Okay, I'm in the process of removing the tire now. What I did is, as you can see, I removed the tread section. And what I did there to cut through here is I used this oscillating tool. And what worked best is when I was going down on the tire, moving it back and forth instead of holding it in one spot. And that was so I could get a hole in the tire, and then I just went around the tire with the Sawzall. The Sawzall, I believe, just has a wood blade on it, and it cut through it pretty quick. Yeah, the label wore off. Well, no, it says wood, so that's wood blade. You can tell by the teeth, too. And that just makes it a lot easier to move the tire, because it's easier to pry this end up over. And if you remove the tire on one side, you can only pry one end up on over, and then you got to do the other. But with that part gone, I can take this end off this end, flip the tire over, do the other. I got the tire sitting on a piece of carpet, so I'm not damaging the rim here. And then I'll just lubricate that up with some soapy water here. Just soap water. And then I just use a few pry bars. And as I mentioned in the last video, I did warm the tire up first, so it's cold out here. I mean, it's just a little over freezing. Then I'll just basically use these two pry bars here. I don't know how long they are. Let's get out a tape measure. So, I mean, that one's about a foot. That one's about 6-7 inches. And I'm going to start on this side here because that's where the tire sensor is. Just I don't want to be dropping this on there. And since I'm doing it on the inside, I am not too concerned about damaging the rim. So I don't have any protection on it. It'd be a little tricky. This is where that bigger one will come in handy. Hold that up for me. This other pry bar is just a little on the short side. And it works better if you're doing small chunks. Now it can be a little hard to get it in there. Now some of you might be wondering why I don't just cut through the rest of the tire. That's because this inner bead part, I believe it has metal in it. So I did cut through one and I had sparks flying and it took a while. mean, some people say the hardest part is breaking the bead, but that was the easiest part for me. This is the hardest part. Getting this darn thing over the rim. And the last tire did, when I flipped it over and did the other side, that thing just, I did try to pry this side up over this side first, but then I flipped the tire over. I didn't even need any tools on the other side. Just came right up over the rim. I think prying it up over this way, I don't think it really stretched it out. When you think about it. All right, got that side off.